and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then. Just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run. So you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. I need to fix camera 2, don't I? Hang on, I'm going to stop. Right, we're doing 8 kilometres this morning, and I'm going to do 1 kilometre flat and then 1 kilometre full elevation, then 1 kilometre flat, then 1 kilometre full elevation. So if Clive is with us, he's on the course, and I think Ryan Perring said he might join us. Tina Beard is out with the dogs. So it'll be 1 kilometre flat and then 1 kilometre elevation. Bear with me though, just to see if I can fix camera 2. Oh, now camera 2's totally died. Right, what is that all about? Where's camera 2 gone? completely disappeared off the face of the earth. Right, let's try this again. Camera 2. See what that does. No, not that one. Let's try this one. No, not that one. Try that one. Nothing. Let's try. So we might have to do without camera 2 now. For some reason, camera 2's decided it doesn't want to work. No, nothing. That is really annoying. Can't start the stream again. I think the only way to fix it would be to turn the computer off and turn it on again, which would mean starting the stream again, which is a bit annoying. It says insufficient system resources, which I've not had before. For a long time. Capture device is not supported. Weird. Right, we're going to have to do without camera 2. I don't understand it. Let me just see about unplugging it and plugging it back in again. Bear with me. Seem to want to know. Yeah. Reset. Got it. Just about. It's a bit creaky. It'll have to do. Right. I've got camera 2 back. Okay. Good. The other comedy element to today's stream is just for the first few hundred meters. I've got myself a measuring wheel. So you can see that on camera 2. I'm going to use this for the track outside and for like measuring various distances outside. But I thought it'd be funny to use it on the treadmill and see what I get. It's actually not far off at the moment. It says 207 meters. So that's right. Let's just start the treadmill again then. So as you can see, I'm kind of walking it at the moment. Oh no! Now I've stopped moving. No, I haven't. All right. It's Clive that's not moving. The problem is I can't really run whilst holding this wheel. I'll try. So I might have to do the first 500 metres walking. Just as an experiment. So no climbing for the first kilometre, and then we'll climb at 12% for the second kilometre, and then no climbing for the third kilometre, etc, 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 until we get to 500 metres of climb and about 8.5 kilometres of running-ish. Done. We're on the France course. Hello if you're watching. Thank you for watching. I know it's a bit weird watching somebody run on a treadmill first thing in the morning, but it's morning here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are in the world. Right, let's just break into a gentle jog, shall we? Just a nice easy start to the morning. Ryan Perring has joined us. So we've got Clive and Ryan both with me. So I think I'll try and run a full kilometre with this silly wheel. A TV guy says watching me run on the treadmill is not weirder than anything else on the internet, so fair enough. Yeah, I can see that you're here, Ryan. Do you know the instructions? So today, it's 8 kilometres today. 1 kilometre flat, 1 kilometre at 12%, 1 kilometre flat, 1 kilometre at 12%, until we get to 500 metres climbed. But I'm doing this first kilometre with a measuring wheel for a laugh, just to see what measurement I get when I hit 1 kilometre. So we've done half a K so far. Thanks for the ride-ons. David Bannister says, watching you live for a change as I'm waiting for the treadmill repairman to sort out my errant emergency stop button. Yeah, do you know what? I must admit I never wear my emergency stop cable. But I've never fallen off the treadmill. I've had a couple of dicey moments, but I've never fallen off, so hopefully it won't ever happen. We used to have dodgy emergency stop buttons on this MyRun treadmill, but they fixed that. It was actually a software problem. So you can see on the camera too there, me running with the wheel. So this is an official measuring wheel used for measuring tracks and measuring courses. So I bought one. I might today be holding a wheel. I've bought one to just have a go at measuring some tracks. It's a bit errant on the treadmill here. It keeps winding from left to right. But I'm only going to do it for another 300 metres, and we'll see if we've got approximately 1 kilometre. It's not going to be dead on, because So guys, in 200 metres we're going to stop. I'm just going to have a look at what I've got on this wheel. So 90 metres done, 900 metres done, so just another 100 metres, and then I'm going to stop, guys, okay? In fact, let's slow it right down. We slow it right down so I hit 100 metres exactly, according to Zwift. 93.93. 0.94. I suppose I can just take the wheel off the treadmill, can't I, as soon as it hits 1 kilometre. 0.95. So 50 metres to walk. 0.97. 0.98. This is going to be bang on. 0.99. I'm going to take it off the treadmill as soon as it hits 1k. Oh, it's going to slow down and it's not going to... Right, start the trip. Oh, they are. 1k exactly. I've literally just hit 1k. And my wheel has 997.4. But obviously there's been, you know, bits and bobs of mess going on with the treadmill. It's been winding all over the place. So I think that is pretty damn good. And actually, the Zwift on there doesn't say 10, does it? Hang on a second. Then let's just wait until it gets to exactly. Let's just start the treadmill again. Wait till it clicks over to get the full. Hang on. Any second now, it'll click over to 1. There we are. Oh, look at that! Right, that's 1 kilometre and 1 metre, basically. That's bang on. That is bang on. That is really good. Okay, so my wheel, my measuring wheel on my treadmill says I've covered literally 1 kilometre, and Zwift says I've covered 1 kilometre. So perfect. TV Guy AU says, I bet it'll be short by 60 metres. Why 60 metres? Is that just a guess? Okay, that's that. Right, let's go up to 12% elevation now. So 12% elevation, and I'm going to do this at... Let's do it at 7. Let's do it at 7 kilometers per hour. David Bannister says, are you getting sponsorship money from Techno Gym to fix it? To fix what? I'm not getting any sponsorship from Techno Gym, no. They did give me this treadmill so I would review it, but that was a long time ago. And I actually didn't review it because at the time that they gave it to me, there were lots of problems with the MyRun. Now, over time, they have fixed those problems. So I should really actually do the review of the treadmill. But the thing is, I do talk about the MyRun treadmill every day on my stream, so I think they've got their money's worth out of me. Okay, so TV Guy says he seems to find that his Garmin versus him running on Zwift has about a 60-metre difference. Okay, interesting. Now my Garmin, my treadmill is usually, I think, pretty bang on. I'm always very pleased with the results I get from my treadmill. So we're doing 1 kilometre of climb now. So that'll get us to about 120 metres climbed. Ryan says he's close to the ceiling. Is that because the elevation on your treadmill gets you right close to the ceiling of your room? So yeah, we're now at 12% elevation, incline rather, on the treadmill, going at 7 kilometres an hour. We're going to do 1 kilometre at this pace, climbing, and then we'll drop it back down to 0 and do another kilometre of flat running. Oh gosh, okay, so Ryan's got a low beam in his ceiling. So he literally was close to the ceiling. Okay, you can see bottom right there. I've climbed 40 metres. So we've got about another 80 metres to climb in this kilometre. And then we'll drop it back down to 0. there's no way, we won't make it anywhere near all the way up Van Top today. Van Top is a 20-kilometre climb, and we're only going 8 kilometres today. And we've got a nice easy one tonight. We're doing Ryan Downey's 5k social, pack social, and that'll be at 7:45 tonight, UK time. It's warm today. So 500 metres left to go of this climb. And then we'll drop it back down for some flat running. Clive Finnimore is off in his local running club tonight. Lou Pioneers. First one back since lockdown. Interesting. We've been back for quite a few weeks actually, but we've been doing kind of unofficial runs. So we've been meeting as a club, but kind of not officially. Vidar says, when are you running the Watopia Run Festival? Well, I'm definitely going to do one of the half marathons at the weekend. And I'll probably do a 5k or a 10k during the week. I'm thinking of going about 10 kilometres an hour for the flat one, Ryan and Clive. So in about 300 metres, drop it down to 0% elevation or 1%, whatever you like, and 10 kph for 1 kilometre. Really easy running, yeah? Yeah, we've been splitting into groups of 6, Clive. Isn't that the rule? Aren't you supposed to not have more than 6, or is that, are sports clubs exempt from that? I can't remember. Right, there's the overhead shot of my treadmill. You probably can't see. During the day it's too bright and you can't see the screen, but I'm at 7 kph and 12% incline. Yeah, maybe 2 groups of 6, Ryan, yeah.
Ride on!
Nomo, thanks for the ride on. Clive Finnimore needs to get his autocorrect sorted out. 2 grounds of 6 apparently, not 2 groups. Right, 114 metres climbed, so nearly there. We need to get to about 120, because that's 1 kilometre of 12% elevation. 119, there's 2k, and 120, there we are. So flat now, down to flat, and gradually increase the speed to 10 kph for this next kilometre. My treadmill goes down very slowly, so it takes me a while to build up the speed again. Okay, there we are. 10 kph, 0% elevation. Lukey Original, morning sir.
Nice.
Hope you're well, buddy. 20 minutes of running done, and actually I didn't set a target, did I? Never mind. David Bannister says, one good thing about the Von Top route is the absence of a long lead-in, as with the Alp. Also, very few flatter parts for recovery. However, they normally precede a 15% incline section. Well, luckily, my treadmill doesn't go to 15%. The highest it will go is 12%. So I can only do 120 metres per kilometre of climb. I did climb Ventop when it was first released a few weeks ago with the proper elevation. I can't remember how long it took me, but it was a good while, 2.5 hours, something like that. Ace Ventura, good morning to you, buddy.
Nice. Ride on.
And Powell, thanks for the ride on. So, easy running, low heart rate. I had a nice start to the day yesterday. I went running in London and I did kind of a real world Zwift run. So I ran round London in real life, but followed the Greater London Flat Zwift route. So that's quite a nice little map to have on my Strava. So that was nice. Did 18k yesterday. Didn't get back in time for Monday Run Club, but I was quite tired anyway. So this morning we're doing 8k with 500 metres of climb, and then tonight we'll do a nice easy 5k with Ryan Downey's Pack Social. So an easy, relaxed start to the week. We'll do a bit of hard work. Oh, actually, I can't do any hard work on Wednesday. I'm taking my other son back to university on Wednesday. So that'll have to be another easy run on Wednesday. So we'll do a hard Spanish 5k on Thursday. So that can be my hard effort this week. Yeah, David says on Ridgeback there are 20% inclines, but his treadmill only goes up to 15. Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely would walk up something 20%, I think. So in about 400 metres, we'll be back on the climbing. Another 7 kilometres now at 12% elevation. That would get us to 240 metres of climb. So it'd be almost halfway by then. I suppose I should have a go at the one of the 10k Watopia Run festivals, shouldn't I? Should have a hard effort at one of those. So maybe I won't do the Spanish 5k. Maybe I'll do a hard effort at one of the Watopia Run Festival 10Ks. Try and get a sub 40 minutes on one of those. That'd be good. Hard work, but good. Okay, coming to the end of this kilometre, so we're going to bump it back up to 12% elevation, 12% incline. Jones, thanks for the ride on. Oh, right, we're not going to the aqueduct. Hopefully we can avoid the aqueduct. Straight ahead, guys, straight up Van 2. No, come on, no. That's where we want to go. There we go. All right, straight up Van 2. 3 kilometres done. Slow it down to 7. 7 kilometres an hour. And all the way up to 12% again. Bent Goran Johansson, good morning.
Nice.
Hope you're well, buddy. Right, 3 kilometres done, 5 to go. Heart rate at 120 BPM, nice and comfortable. So this is like climbing intervals, hill intervals. So bottom right, 131 metres climbed. We need to get to 240 before we reduce the elevation again. Clive Finnemore and Ryan Perring still with me on Van 2 in France. Nice little morning's workout. But keeping the heart rate low, so definitely want to stay in, if we can, in zone 2. Don't really want to go much into zone 3. Ryan, what's your heart rate? Ace can't join today. No worries, Ace. So Ryan's already up at 148, so he's well into zone 3. But that's still okay. Ryan is still coming back to full fitness. Why is this? My camera doesn't like focusing close up on me. Which is fair enough, I suppose. Nobody wants to see that. Bent Johansson says, is it only me or are there fewer activities this run festival? Do you know what? I think there are fewer, yes. Yes, there don't seem to be as many crammed into the week, do there? And Buenaventura says he's got a small flu. So he's not 100% well, so get well before you start running again, buddy. Ryan Perring agrees with Bent. There are definitely fewer sessions this week than usual in the Watopia Run Festival. Right, I am now in zone 3, 141 BPM. Just let's try and breathe a bit easier and stop talking for a minute or two. David Bannister says, are long hill intervals better than short ones? Or should we alternate between them each week to get the benefit of both? Endurance one week and anaerobic the following week. Yes, I mean, it depends what you're training for. So if you want to improve speed, if you want to improve VO2 max, then yes, do short, fast hill intervals. So really hard work up the hill, getting your heart rate right up there into zone 4 for those short bursts of speed up the hill. That'll work on strength and speed and VO2 max. What I'm doing is preparation for a 100-mile run in November. So what I need is base fitness, I need aerobic fitness, long distance endurance fitness, which is why I'm doing very slow, long hill climbs. But there's no reason why I couldn't fit in 1 or 2 fast hill climbs. What I tend to do for that is just speed sessions, just interval speed sessions on the flat. So you've got the hills, which will build up your calf muscles as well in the endurance training, and then you're building up your speed and your VO2 max in your flat interval sessions. 400 meters to go, and then we'll drop it down to flat again. But in all honesty, the only reason I'm breaking this session up is just to add in a few extra miles. That's all really. Time on the feet, volume of miles, and just getting those miles in. ...203 metres climbed. So, another 35, 36 to go. Right, I'm matching Ryan now, 148 BPM heart rate. So that's another good reason to split this up, is it will help you stay in the low heart rate zones. Yeah, I was pleased with my last 100 miles. Ace. The Ace is just saying training looks to be working well. And I'm in good shape from my last 100. Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping to be in better shape for the next one though. Yeah, David, you've just got to discipline yourself to short strides. Up the hill here, my stride length is very short indeed. Just keeping a relatively high cadence, so 165. It's not big. It's not like a high cadence, but it's relatively high. Vidar says, how short should hill intervals be in minutes, and how many repeats? But if you can do fast, short hill intervals, you probably want to do 8 repeats or 10, and make the hill about 400 meters long, 200 to 400 meters long. Hard work up the hill, recovery on the down. Okay, we're coming up to 4 kilometers now, and we're nearly at 240 meters climbed. Two, 3, 238, 239. Okay, 240. We can start reducing the incline now, and we'll increase the speed back up to 10 kph. go, 10 kph for the next kilometre. So yeah, those short hill repeats in minutes, probably about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes of hard effort, 200 to 400 metres of climbing. Do that 8 to 10 times. So the actual course profile here is 7% grade. It does get steeper later on. But like I say, we're not going to get anywhere near the top, not even halfway to the top. You can actually see the top on the left, but you can't now, we've turned a corner, but the top is over on the left-hand side. And it's a good 15 kilometres away from here. Maybe even 10 miles, which is 16 kilometres. Thanks for the ride-ons that are dropping.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride-on.
Bene, thank you. So heart rate 129 now, so it's come down again. So we're trying to keep the heart rate in zone 2, but it is inevitably going up to zone 3 for the climbing. If I really, really wanted to stay in zone 2, I would just reduce the speed of the climb. We're currently going, on the climbs, we're going at 7 kilometres an hour. So I could reduce the speed of that climb to 6 kilometres an hour, and that would be easier and let my heart rate come down. But I'm quite happy to just let it drift into zone 3 today. Just work a little bit harder on those climbs. .500 metres to go before we do the next climb. I'm quite enjoying actually the way we're doing it today. It's good to have that little bit of recovery and then carry on. The problem is, of course, in real races like things in the Alps, you don't get that recovery because the hill just goes on and on and on, up and up and up, steeper and steeper and steeper, kilometre after kilometre. So if you're going to do races like that, you do need that ability to just keep on climbing, constant climbing, with no breaks. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Okay, 4.8 kilometres done. So in a couple of 100 metres, put the elevation back up to 12% incline And 7 kilometers now for another climb, for the third climb of the session. Oh look, a -9 grade here. So a little bit of downhill. Right, here we go, up to 12%, down to 7 kilometers per hour. Right, so this is the third of our climbs. So we need to go to 360 meters. Maybe we'll make it 370, just to even it out so we don't have to do too much at the end of the last climb. So it will be a little bit more than 8k altogether. Right, try and keep this heart rate low now. Nice, easy breathing. Not lots of talking.
Right on.
Daz Elliott, yes. He says, do you have any recommendations for Zwift-enabled treadmills that don't require a second mortgage? So for £1,000, you can get the Noble Pro Elite, or the Noble Elite Pro. Really good treadmill. Adam Holland, who runs every day on Zwift, does miles and miles. He has a Noble Elite Pro. Go and look for it. UK pricing, under £1,000. That is the best you're going to get. You're not going to get a decent smart treadmill, I don't think, for under £1,000. So if you can stretch to £1,000, go and get the Noble Elite Pro. Adam Elite Holland, yeah. Right, heart rate 149, so we're not doing very well at keeping it low. He is crazy fast. So if you're just joining us, welcome along. This is the Zwift Run Live YouTube channel. Film My Run Facebook page. And we are climbing up Von 2, but we're not going all the way. Just doing 8 kilometers. We're doing 1 kilometer of climb, 1 kilometer of flat. So hill intervals, but long hill intervals, a kilometer worth of climbing, and we're going to do 500 meters of climb in all. So we're over halfway. And this is all part of my training for my next big race, which is the South Downs Way 100 miler in November. And in the bottom right of the screen you can see the meters that we've climbed so far. So it's gradually going up. 308 meters climb now. And we're trying to do it as easy as we can. Still, well, no, not as easy as we can. Just we're trying to do a bit of work on the hills. But I want to stay at least in zone 3, ideally in zone 2, but that's not happening. So zone 3 is. I'm trying to stay at the bottom of zone 3. But the more chatting I do, the higher my heart rate will go. I've been joined this morning by Ryan Perring and Clive Finnimore, regulars on Zwift. Ryan leads a lot of runs on Zwift with Ryan Downey, so the two Ryans together. And Clive Finnimore is always on, running with us in group sessions. So it's good to have their company this morning. Helps you get through it when you're not on your own. Just like in real life. And that is what Zwift is all about. If you can't get outside to run, you have to run on a treadmill. Zwift makes it a lot more entertaining, a lot more social, and therefore easier to do. Oh yes, of course, Clive is from Poole, and so is Ryan. So it's the Cornish contingent join me today. So the course profile is up to 10%, 11% there. Climb, we're at 12% because we're awesome, and we'll do up to 370 meters of climb in this little block. So we ignore the distance, get up to 370 meters of climb. So there's 360 meters of climbing. Let's just do another 10 and then we'll reduce it down again. Ooh. 367, 368, 369, right, 370. So let's reduce the incline now down to 0 and gradually increase the pace back up to 10 kph. 2 kilometers left, 1 on the flat, 1 climbing. There we are, up to 10 kilometers per hour now. So when we hit 7k, we will go back up to 12% incline for the final climb, final time. We'll have to do about 130 meters of climbing. That'll take us just past 8 kilometers of running distance, and that'll be the work done for the day. Work done for the morning. We're back on tonight, of course. Ryan Downey's Pack Social 5k tonight at 7:45 p.m. UK time. So we'll be on for that. Again, that'll be a nice easy one this afternoon, this evening. Really relaxed, really slow. Keeping the heart rate in zone 2. Just getting the miles in. Clocking up the volume for the week. Hard effort will come on Thursday. I'm busy tomorrow, so I'll have to run outside tomorrow. So nothing on Zwift tomorrow, Wednesday. Thursday, probably do Watopia Run Festival 10k if there is one. If not, I'll do the Spanish 5k. And we'll do that as a hard effort. So getting the heart rate up into zone 4. And maybe even zone 5 towards the end if we can. Ace Ventura says it was fun doing the Chaser event. Yeah, I enjoyed that actually. It was really hard work, but good fun. So at the weekend we had an event called the ZRS Chase Race, in which the majority of people started, and then 2 minutes later a chaser began, and the chaser had to try and catch as many runners as possible over 6.4 kilometers, 4 miles of running. Right, Ryan Perring says there's no 10k on Thursday. Rubbish. So we might have to do the Spanish 5k on Thursday as a hard effort. So the idea with my current training block is to do polarized training. So you do 80% of your running in the low heart rate zones, ideally zones 1 and 2, and creeping into zone 3 at the bottom of zone 3. And then 20% of your running as hard efforts. So it's not going to be 20% in zone 4, but a hard effort where a good percentage of the run is in zone 4 and zone 5. We've got about 300 meters to go before we put the elevation back on for the final time for a 130 meter climb. And Ryan says there are 2 10Ks on the Friday, 2 10Ks tomorrow, or 8 p.m. on Friday. Well, I can't do tomorrow, unfortunately, so I'll have a look at the events when I finish this today and decide what I'm going to do for the week. Okay, thanks Ryan. Right, coming up to time to put the elevation back on. We're nearly at 7k. Try and keep the heart rate averaging. So the average there is 144 BPM, so I need to try and average below or around about 145 BPM for this next kilometre. So any second now we'll put the elevation back up. 12%. For 1 more kilometre, do 130 metres of climbing. Okay, here we go. Back up to 12%, guys. And down to 7 kilometers an hour. Right, this is it. Last bit of effort now. Kato Jokstad, thank you very much for your ride on, my friend. So normally on my morning sessions I do a straight 4 kilometers of climbing, just over 4, do 500 meters of elevation in those 4 kilometers, 4.2 kilometers. And today I just thought I needed to add a few more miles, so we're doing double the distance, 8k, but we're just doing it in interval blocks, and this is the last one now, number 4. Climbing at 12% incline at 7 kilometers an hour, and we'll hit 500 meters by 8.1 kilometers. Ryan says next week we'll do all 8 kilometers at 12%. No thanks. If you're interested in joining any Zwift events, do go to the website zwift.com/events, and you can choose any event over the next 24 hours or 48 hours. If you want to look further in advance, you go on the Zwift companion app. So there are 2 Zwift apps. One's orange and one's blue. The orange one is the Zwift game, what you're looking at now, and the blue one is called the companion app, and it allows you to choose different events, change information in your profile, and friend requests or friend people, make meetups that you can join your friends with, and much more besides. And the elevation information that you can see on the screen there, 415 meters, that is coming from the Zwift companion app. It's the first time I've seen myself hit 150 there, 150 BPM.
Nice. Ride on.
Nick Inwood, thank you very much for your ride on. Right, about 500 metres left, 600 metres left of running distance, and 70 metres of climb to do. And we are now matching the course elevation, which is 12%. been running for an hour. I've burned 400 calories.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Whitworth, thank you for your ride on. 50 metres of climb left, less than 50 metres. Ryan Perring says he never trusts these Zwift calories. Well, it's always a guess, isn't it? Whether it's Zwift, Garmin, Strava, they all pretty much guess. It's around about 100 calories for 10 minutes of running, or 100 calories per mile of running, something like that. You can estimate around there. I've not seen the railway track on the right before. Yeah, that's a new view I've not seen. Yeah, train tracks. Why didn't we get the train up? Right, 200 metres left, with about 20 metres of climb to do. Yeah, Ryan Perring says, are we in Vontu or Snowdon? There we are, 10, 11 metres of climbing left and 100 metres of running. Yeah, thanks Ryan, thanks Clive for joining me. I suppose we could just run out 500 metres. There's the train. $496, $497, $498. Clive Finneymore's hit his daily target. $499. Here we go, 500. Yay! Drop it down. The hard work is done. Where's Ryan? Oh, there he is. Yeah, so Ryan says he might catch us for the pack social tonight. Cheers, Ryan. Do you know what? Let's just go to 9k. Flat running. Loosen the legs. Bring the HR down. No worries, Clive. So we're on 0% incline now, 10 kilometers an hour. And I'm just going to run out slowly to 9k for the finish. Oh, that's weird. Hang on a minute. My treadmill has stuck at 7.7 kilometers an hour. It's not changing. Oh no. Right, let me stop the treadmill. Yeah, I'm still going. Okay, we better stop there then. Clive, I've got a problem with my treadmill. It seems to have stuck. Hang on, let me go to menu. This is all cheating miles. I'm not doing these miles. This is wrong. Although, I must admit, I did just... Yeah, it's disappeared. Right, I've turned it off and on again. Well, I think we may as well just say... call it a day there if we've got a problem with the treadmill. I hope it saves. Oh no, don't tell me Zwift's going to crash on me now at the end here. How annoying would that be? It looks like Zwift's crashed on me right at the end of the run. Well, at least we got the run done. I should be able to upload the fit file. Right, let's call it a day there. And yeah, it looks like Zwift's crashed. So hopefully I won't have lost too much of the run. I'll just hold on a minute, see if anything comes back, but I don't think it will. So I might have to manually upload this run now. And I'll show you how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, it's quite straightforward as long as if you're on a Mac or a PC. You can't upload it to Zwift, but you can upload it to Strava. No, it's not happening, is it? Okay. Right. So we're going to close Zwift down. Program not responding. Close the window. So now we go into the Zwift folder. Hang on. Leo, yes, I've just finished because Zwift has just crashed. Right. So you... hang on a minute. Too much sweat on my hands and the keyboard's not working now, or the mouse isn't working. Right. We go into activities. And the latest one is this one here, or the in progress activity. They'll probably both be about the same. I will probably choose that one. Sometimes they get corrupted and you have to fix them, and I'll show you how to do that. And this is quite interesting because if you don't know how to do this, I'll show you now. So we'll go on to Strava. Log in to Strava. Oh, hang on a minute, I need to turn my camera angles off. And log in. There's my friend Susie Chan there, look. Right, then we go plus upload activity, and we choose file, and then we search for files, so choose files, and then it's straight into the PC Documents Zwift Activities folder, and we scroll down. Let's choose this one. Now, what might happen is it might say corrupt file or file not recognizable or something like that, and if it does that, then we do need to do another step, but let's just do this first and see what happens. Analyzing, so in the right hand side, yes, okay. The upload appears to be malformed. Right, well, let's just try the other file. So let's choose in progress activity.fit and see if that makes a difference. Analyzing. Oh, no, right, this one's working. So this one is going to be okay, and it looks like we've got 7.6 kilometers. So it's not going to have recorded the full 500 meter climb, 445 meters of climb. Never mind. Okay, so and we'll mark that as a moderate activity. And I also need to upload this to Training Peaks as well. 500 meters climb. Actually, no. 500 meters. South Downs Way. Elevation. Session. Right. South Downs Way. Okay. And we'll just put in Zwift. Crashed. So, full run. Not recorded. Oh, what's going on there? Where are we? Zwift crashed. So, full run recorded. Okay, there we go, and then save. Leo, no, I didn't see it, but I didn't look, so I'll try and make sure that I look next time. Okay, so there we are. So unfortunately, we've lost out on about 60 meters of climb there, but never mind. That's life. We know we did it. It's in the legs, so it does count. It's just not on. It's not on Strava. And I also need to log into Training Peaks and upload that same file to Training Peaks. So let's do that. I don't even know how to do it on Training Peaks. I've never actually uploaded a file before manually on Training Peaks. I think you just load file. Here we go. Choose a file. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Why won't it let me do it? This was the plan. Now I need to upload the file that says I've done the plan. Alright, never mind, can't do that. Run. No, why can't I upload anything? Click calendar and then you can do it from that menu. Okay. I'm in the calendar. library, workout library. It always automatically uploads by itself. I've never had to do this before. Hang on a minute. If I click... No. I should be able to click that file there. Upload there. Any thoughts, David? Anyone? Ryan Perring says, if it's not on Strava, it didn't happen. Yeah, quite right. You're right. Right, I'm stuck. Hang on a minute. I am genuinely stuck. Right, here we are. Top of the it is at top of the calendar, top banner. Okay, I'll have a look there again now. Top banner. Log out. In between day and magnifying glass. Just realised something. Refresh. Ah, there you go. Upload. Thank you. Choose a file to upload. Thanks, David. In progress activity. Open. Fingers crossed this will work. And what it should do is it should recognise. There you go. So it's on the left there is the planned activity. That's what I was planning to do. And this is the completed activity. So I was planning to do 8k with 500 metres of gain. And what we can do actually is I can change this if I want to. I can say we did do 500 metres of climb. I won't though, because the map will be messed up. It'll look like I've messed the map up. Let's just analyse that. There you go. So that's where we cut off at the end there, look. Max heart rate 156, average heart rate 121, so that's okay. Max power 216 watts, that's fine. Intensity factor was only 60, so quite low intensity factor. And we've got 35 TSS. So that was this session here. Oh, look at that. It hasn't. I wanted about 60 TSS for that. Right, there we go. Anyway, done. All finished. Uploaded. David, thanks for your help. Okay, I'm off. I'll see you tonight for the Pack Social 5k. Another nice, easy, relaxed run. No hard running, no hard effort until Thursday today, I think. So take care. See you later on tonight. Bye-bye.